Really, the roots of good internet policy began in the 1980s when administrations at that time at the FCC decided to create an unregulated oasis in the phone network.
There are two stories about the Clinton administration's economic success, and one is we balanced the budget and lowered interest rates, and another one is this story that we're telling here.
Some of the smartest people on the planet were sitting in the vice president's office and what are we going to do with this thing called the internet? And one of the things the vice president wanted us to do was to develop a policy framework. So within the first 6 months of my coming into the job, I was confirmed in June, and by September, we had a template, an agenda for action.
Given the incredible innovation and pace of policy, because things were happening so fast in Silicon Valley in the industry that we couldn't have regulated these platforms if we wanted to.
This thing was exploding on us rapidly, and you could visibly taste, feel, and see this evolution. And I think this organic metaphor, this sort of like a brain synopsis kind of metaphor that took over, really did humble a regulator. And you could kill this living thing with the wrong choices.
But it takes continuing vigilance in this sector to remind people, as President Clinton said, the first rule is to do no harm. To have the humility to recognize that regulators often don't have the right answers and can create distortions in the market that cannot even be foreseen.
I think it's hard not to remember that Americans love the sense of manifest destiny. This thing, at the time, this had recaptured that imagination. This was the grandeur of America. It's great innovation capital of the world, the leading economy of the world. Remember, at the end of the 21st century, the United States was sitting globally pretty. It was considered the world's leading empire and one of the greatest to ever. And this thing played into that narrative quite beautifully. And the reason I think it's important to remember, it is just as important today.